what you want. Step under the court like two.
Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Michigan Wolverines.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Now look at UCLA's starting lineup. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh. Then there's Free, and it's Roberts in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Here's Fresh, and it's Michigan with the rebound.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
Now here's Freak, the three, and it's Looney with the rebound. Free passes to Campbell. Here's Looney, defended by Jones. Pass to Fresh. Out to the wing. Campbell kicks to Roberts. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. On defense, the Bruins. Michigan moving it around. Here's Smith. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
Both free throws good from Smith. Well, Greg, you mentioned moments ago all the former Wolverines that have made it to the NBA. Michigan has been one of the best talent developing schools, Clark, for a long time.
And, you know, apart from the Fab Five group, Kevin, the Wolverines can also name Glenn Rice as an alum, outstanding NBAer, and Trey Burke and Nick Stauskas, recent grads from Ann Arbor.
The Wolverines making a switch here. Taylor's checked in.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin, Bill Walton, also coming out of Westwood.
Fresh, the pass to Free. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Pass to Flash. Freak dishes to Jones. Freak sets a screen for Jones. And once again off the mark by Michigan. On defense, Michigan. 4-point game. To the wing on the left. Here's Fresh. And the Bruins another three. Wow, Greg, all those great players you mentioned with UCLA, a lot of Hall of Famers in that list, Clark.
Yeah, and they've continued that tradition with current NBA stars, Kevin Love and Russell Westbrook, probably the two highest profile former Bruins in the NBA today. You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA? An honor student in high school and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there. Starks outside. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. On the court for Michigan. Freak in at shooting guard. Cunningham is out there with Taylor, and it's Jefferson in at the small forward position. The Bruins leading by 3. Starks with it. He kicks it to Barton. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. 11 feet away. That misses off the backboard. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup.
So both teams make And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
So on the floor for UCLA. Looney out there with Campbell. Then there's Free. Then it's Fresh. And it's Roberts in at the 5 spot.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Ellis, who's checked in for Michigan. Here's Fresh. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Michigan trails by 8. The feed to Freak. Outside, Jones. Smith kicks to Freak. And he uses the glass on the layup. Freak's got 6.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
No good from Campbell.
And you can see why the D is willing to just back off and really take their chances with his jump shot.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
And a wide open look for Freak. Offline with his three. The Bruins leading by 6. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Here's Roberts. Excellent defense there from Smith. And thinking back to the Fab Five, there were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose were the most successful pros, all of them playing professionally at some level. It's still considered one of the greatest freshman classes, if not the greatest, of all time.
And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there. Michigan trails by 9. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Smith is out there with Wright. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the small forward.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Here's Freak. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively. And you see Freak out there. Nobody is 100% sure what position he'll be best at on the next level, but they know he'll be out on the wing. He looks so comfortable in space.
And with Freak, it's his plethora of moves that really impressed me. He can create a shot in space anywhere and anytime. He's got a really good sense of how to operate from the wing.
Goes back up. Goes up again, and he sinks the layup.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Morris passes to Looney. Dishes it to Barton. There's a good screen. Passes it to Fresh. He feeds it to Barton. Here's Fresh. 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And Wright pulls it down.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Here's the break. Here's Looney. And he finished it off with a lay-in. And UCLA leads by 8. There's 1:26 left to play here in the second half. Count the bucket. 14 points for Freak.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
To the inside. It's stolen by Smith. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Right outside. Flash passes to Freak. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Ellis, he's checked in for Wright. Campbell, he's checked in for UCLA. Free comes in for Barton. Here's Free. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And Michigan has possession, trailing by 4. They get it back, and it's Freak missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
There's 39 seconds left in the second half, and there's the pass to Campbell. No one near him. Shot is off. Now the Wolverines take it the other way. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Got a piece of it. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Nine seconds left to play here in the second half. And Michigan has possession. Knight kicks to Smith, releases, and an air ball on that one, way off. So it's UCLA picking up the... Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2. Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Michigan Wolverines and Arizona.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
So the Wolverines starting five. Freak in a two-guard. Smith is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash, and it's Jones in at the small forward. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because that just settles you down a little bit.
Now here's Ellis. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Lawson with it. Jones covering. From deep, it's deflected. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, Arizona has had a lot of outstanding players in the NBA at all positions. For a while, they were known as a guard factory, and rightly so.
Michigan trails by 5 on the court for Michigan. Freak in at shooting guard. Wright is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. Then it's Flash in at the point. Now Arizona with it. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Lawson kicks to Williams. A 3-ball. Shot is off. Nice D from Freak. Here's Flash. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
The Wolverines making a switch here. Ellis is checked in. The pass to Roberts. He kicks it to Landry, expanding his range. And it's Michigan with the rebound. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Ellis, the pass to Freak. Michigan moving it around. Here's Smith. And there's another one for the Wolverines.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Lawson dishes to Johnson. Here's Mitchell. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the night. 1:15 left here in the first half. Here's Flash. Lawson defending. Here's Freak. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half, absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
The putback, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Williams, and the rejection by Smith. Williams kicks to Johnson. Back to Williams. Tries again, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Michigan called for the foul. First trip to the line for him here. And that one falls for Williams. So both teams making some... And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And, guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
We've got Hollis Jefferson. Johnson is out there with Mitchell. And it's Lewis in at the 5 spot. On the court for Michigan. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Ellis is out there with Jones. Then it's Smith. Then it's Flash in at the guard position. Lawson up top. Rebound by Smith.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
The feed to Freak. Here's Flash. Lawson defending. Jones, no luck. Ellis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Wolverines shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throw good. Ellis. Roberts is checked in for Arizona. Arizona trails by 3. Taking a look at Arizona. They've got Mitchell. Also Williams out there. And it's Carter in at the 2 spot. Back to Lewis. The dish to Williams. To tie it up. And that one's good. Williams has got it all tied up now for Arizona.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Stevenson passes to Freak. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Been a good one for Freak. He has 9 points and 2 blocks.
Flash is checked in for Michigan. And both free throws good from Freak.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And the rejection by Smith. To the paint. Here's Cunningham, and it's blocked by Lewis. Now Goodwin. Outside Williams. Lewis a screen on Jefferson. They set the screen. Carter drives in. The 11-footer. Shot's good. Here's Flash. A minute 42 left here in the second half. Jefferson against Williams. There's Freak. And it's sent back by Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. The Wolverines able to retain possession here. Taylor's checked in for Michigan. Jones comes in for Jefferson. Passes it to Flash. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. The Wolverines need to get a shot off. Fires the 3. The shot misses. So Arizona will take it the other way. Lawson outside. Pass to Lewis. Back to Lawson. Lewis down low. Working on Smith. And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
The better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now here's Freak. Lawson defending. Swiped it away. And they're pushing it up. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Count!
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Here's Freak. They get it again. Taylor dishes to Freak. Back to Taylor. Stolen by Lewis. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And no good this time on the 1-1.
The perfect chance, an opportunity to wrap it up, and he couldn't take advantage. We'll see if he lives to regret it.
And that misses, and no second shot coming to him this time. Now here's Freak. Here's Flash. Misses the tray. So Arizona wins it.